Social media may be a fun way to communicate, but there are consequences to saying the wrong thing online. Isn't that true? Kate is here in the studio to tell us more about that. Kate?
Certainly. We're actually talking about kids versus adults, this time saying the wrong thing. You know, kids have actually been suspended, prosecuted, all for just what they're writing on both Facebook and Twitter. Logging onto Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, and other social media sites is something most teens do every day. But it's what they're writing that's landing many in hot water.
Once it's out there, you can't undo it. You can't take it away. And that's really frustrating for parents.
Austin attorney David Gonzalez has represented at least a half dozen parents who had children post comments that got them into trouble with the law.
We've seen a number of cases where one child posts what he thought was a prank or a jest, and it was taken out of context, and every school believes it could be the next Columbine.
Even a post that says, "I just want everyone at school to leave me alone and go away," can be investigated. Gonzalez says most of his clients think what they're posting is a private message, even though it's on a social media site. And you can even get in trouble if your post was written while you're not at school.
The AISD Code of Conduct, the Westlake, the Eanes Code of Conduct, they all suggest that off-campus activities that might have an effect on school campus are not only grounds for discipline on campus, but they're grounds for being arrested and being prosecuted in juvenile court. And that's happening.
And get this, if your child does get into trouble with the law, Gonzalez advises you don't ask them what happened, and instead seek out a lawyer or social worker first.
There is no parent-child privilege. There have been cases where parents have been subpoenaed to testify against their kids. You don't want to be in that situation against your child.
So to prevent this from happening, ask some simple questions.
Are you aware that this is stored? Are you aware that everybody sees this? You may think it's funny, but how could it be taken out of context?
Well, Gonzalez says the best advice is if you're not willing to write what you have to say on a piece of paper and then hand it to your teacher, chances are it's not a good idea to even post it. Of course, not bad advice for really any of us who post comments on social media sites.